So, welcome to the channel. Um, today I'm doing tip downs. I'm explaining how I'm rigging them, how I put the sinkers on and everything. And yeah, please just feel free to check it out. So here I'm only using 3/4 ounce on this one. So I knot it on the bottom. If you don't have good eyesight, this can get very hard to do unless you have a well lit area. Do a square knot. I have my sinker knotted on here. I will go about 16 inches up, so I have to get some more line on. Sinker's here, so I'll go about 16 inches just so it's off the bottom. I have some number 6 hooks here. Oh boy. Eventually I'll get them apart. The hooks are small enough that the perch can't really notice them, or not as quick. And then if you notice that they are just swiping your bait, you gotta hook the minnow at a different location. So now what I'm doing with this one, I'll put the sinker up here. So I'm just looping it around the line. I know there's lots of other ways to put a hook in a line somewhere. So let's see here. Let's find the 16-inch mark. Be about here. Just loop it over top. And you can gauge if it's right or not. So it's looks about right. Might make it down just a hair. About like that. Now what I do is I just make like a balloon knot. That way everything stays in place and it can't slide up and down. Pull that knot right up against. There you have it. It won't go up or down. Normally what I do is, so this will sit on the bottom like this. Your hook will be right here, fastened here. That way it's just so off the bottom and they can see it. This one, I'm going to put a second hook, about another 1.5 feet, or just about a foot off the neck of that one. So this one's right here, so I'll go about right here. Take another one. These are just pre-made hooks. Alright, so this one I need slide it down here. I'm going to go down a little bit more. About right there. Do the same thing, do a balloon knot. Huh?
How do you do a balloon knot?
Basically, you take your line and you just make a knot in it. Like knot itself. Put a knot on basically in the line itself. And if you did it right, it'll just feed itself right down to the other, to where you loop your other hooks. So this one's right here, this one's fastened right here, and then you got your sinker about 16 inches farther down. So when you're out fishing, you'll go and take line off. Until you can, it sits straight down. See, it's a little high. So what you can do is take this line, loop it around the pin, back and forth a few times. This will give you your 1 inch or something like that, and it will sit just like that. You get the slightest touch and it will pivot down. I'll turn this one around as if we were out fishing. Let's go right like that. The hole is right here.
So what's the purpose of this whole tip down? Can you explain that to me again?
So the purpose basically for this is for sensitivity. It will always suspend your bait at an exact certain height from the bottom. So you kind of find a sandy spot. If you look down through the ice hole, you'll normally see a sandy spot or a weed line. Normally you want to stay right close to that weed line in the sand. That way, these hooks will not be in the weeds. So when you drop it down, the line will stay perfectly straight, and you'll use one of the smaller minnows. You hook it on this hook, and you drop her down, and it'll sit perfectly just like that. And the perch will not feel this tension like they would on the more store-bought tip-ups with the big flag and everything. They'll feel that and they will either grab the bait and yank it off the hook or something like that. And this will just be no restriction. They'll grab it and they'll run. It'll hook it for you. And then when you catch one, normally you come running, you just grab the whole thing and yank up. That will set the hook. So you'll pull up, then you grab the next part of the line, and then you just set it back in. You just pull it up. You never have to reel the line up or anything. And then when you put your fresh minnows in, you drop her down, and it's all set. You never have to line up or reset how deep it is or anything. You just drop it in the hole, make sure the line all goes down. That thing will sit right exactly the way it was when you first started. And then when you're done fishing, what you'll do, I don't know if you can see the line or not. Sometimes it can get hard to get this line off away from the stick. You just wrap it up here until you all have it all wrapped up. Normally the first hook you'll pull up through, you take the end, you pull it back, you'll hook itself into the wooden stick here, just like that. Then you just take the next and you just wrap it around there. That way it'll kind of hold your hook in place. You keep wrapping until your next one's right up against. You'll pull it down the stick even farther. You'll just press that in there so it stays. You just keep wrapping it up. So you got it all wrapped up. And the singer you just wrap up. There's one piece. And the base as well. Take these hooks off so I don't lose them. This is the base. It's 2 pieces. Comes apart like this. You have one little unit.
Very good for storage.
Yes. We have my dad has 20 of these or more in his sled. When it's after you go fishing, they can be very hard to stick together or pull apart. So when it's together, you go to take them off the ice. Of course, they get wet and swollen, so you just tap there until they pop apart. Very rarely do these pieces here break. If I could find a way to 3D print it or something like that, this would be something very nice and easy. They're very compact.
So this is the aftermath of what it looks like making them.
Making 7 of them. So I used, let's see here. I used this tool and I drilled like a, I'm not sure, maybe 1 3/4 hole here. And then I took the Sawzall and just cut down. And then there you have your slot. And then for the slot on top, I took a drill bit, drilled down through, and then just pulled it out the side and gave it a nice slot as well. So it's made, but it's time consuming.
I cut it out on that one, so it's very easy to make, but it's time consuming, you said. Mm-hmm. He worked so hard on it, and he did amazing.
Yep, made 7 of them. I mean, you could probably make so they're a little looser so they don't swell up as much. But we've never really had a problem with them. You just tap them back and forth right here at the base until they just pop right apart. There you go.
So what would you say to anybody who wants to make these themselves?
Oh boy. If somebody wants to make them themselves.
Trade secret.
I have no idea where this idea came from for these. They are, my dad's always had them. They've always worked very, very well. And if somebody wants to make them, I mean, all I had was a handsaw and Sawzall and a skill saw.
You could always make a more in-depth video too if people liked it and subscribed and commented then.
If I just don't have the tools to, get all the tapers and everything, make it real nice.
So this is pretty much the cheaper way of doing things.
Yeah, I mean, just a drill and a few drill bits and a handsaw. It's all you really need. Yeah. That's about it. Take down. You don't have any, reel or anything like that to make sure that it's not frozen or anything. All the line and everything is totally out of the water except for your line going down through and your sinker. That's it. Okay, so we got Tipdowns, homemade Tipdowns. This is the unit. This is the line here. We got about, I don't know, at least 50 to 60 feet there, wrapped on the 2 nails. Then this nail here is just a weight so that the backside's heavy. Normally it would sit just like this. Your hole's gonna be here, and then you have your 3/4 ounce or 1 ounce lead that's on the very end. And this will, what you do is you adjust it so it sits down on the bottom. Now the sinker's down on the bottom and it'll sit like this. As soon as you get a fish, it goes down against. And then the shorter end will be up. That way it's mostly meant for perch. Mostly meant for perch. That way there is no restriction there and they can't tell if it's on the line or not. That's the main reason for this. Today is Thursday, the 18th. I am making these Saturday the 20th. I will be going up to East Harbor in Sandusky, Ohio, and I will be fishing with these. So if you see this video, you want to come have a chat with me, feel free to. I'll be using these. So yeah, if you want to come out and check them out, feel free to. But yeah, that should conclude this video. If you would like more in depth and more of what I do when I go fishing, hunting, and everything like that, please like, subscribe, comment, and just let me know what you think. And if you see anything I can do to make these better, or if you see something that you'd like, please comment. Let me know.
Is it good?
Yes. The wife makes the best salads when I'm hard at work.
Brownie points. That's all that is.
Gotta have a snack once in a while.